Do you need something to assemble all that IKEA furniture? This may be the RYOBI tool for you. Well, this may not be what you think it is. Now, this is obviously not a drill, but it's definitely not an impact driver or impact wrench either. This is a 1/4-inch hex electric screwdriver or cordless screwdriver. So it runs on the RYOBI 18-volt platform. So it comes with this 1.5 amp hour 18-volt battery. Also comes with this little charger here. And the whole kit is really inexpensive. But again, this is not an impact driver, so you won't hear a lot of clicking. Sounds a little bit like a drill, but basically there are no speeds either. So this is a very simplistic, I would say, assembly-disassembly tool, or assembly-disassembly tool, as well as driving fasteners. So, you know, small screws, small bolts, small lag screws, even removing interior screws and fasteners out of vehicles, this would be a great tool for that because it's not going to over-torque things. I think torque on this is 125 inch-pounds and then max of 600 RPM. It does have a variable speed trigger. So again, even though we don't have multiple speeds here, we can dial in the amount of speed we want just by how much squeeze we put on the trigger. Now it does have a typical 1/4-inch collet like you'd see on an impact driver. And I'm not really sure yet. Let's check it out and see if it's got a automatic collet or not. So if we can just push it in. No, it doesn't look like it. So we have to pull that forward and then that's going to lock that in place. And then if we want to eject it, pull it out. And it's not going to automatically eject either. We just pull that out. So 1/4-inch collet that is all manual. Just pull it forward, put it in, and that locks it into place. We do have forward and reverse. Easy slide switch here. Just slide it one way. And this is the model number PCL212. This is a brand new tool. Hasn't hit the market yet, but should in the next couple of weeks. You should see it at Home Depot as well as on HomeDepot.com. It does not come with the bits. You can buy these separately. I think that's a, I don't know, $10 or $20 item. I could maybe find that. Maybe it'll be a link in the description. We'll definitely have a link in the description on this, but let's go ahead and see what we think about it, see how well it works. We do have an LED light here at the bottom, and the 1.5 amp hour battery does have an LED indicator on it as for the fuel gauge or battery gauge. Used to, the 1.5 amp hours didn't have that, so I'm glad to see the 1.5 and 2 amp hours now have that gauge on there. We can easily see the charge status. We've got a simple 2x4 clamped into our vise here, and we've got a Phillips RYOBI bit here in the electric screwdriver. Let's just grab one of these Spax bits here, or one of these Spax screws. So no problem driving that. So odd jobs around the house, not going to be a problem with this. You need a longer drywall type screw or decking type screw. And again, I can go as slow as I want. You know, if I really want to creep up on that. It does have a decent amount of torque. I believe that's a 3-inch screw there. And if I really wanted to clamp down, I could have gone wide open. So here's another one here. Get it started, and we'll go all in. So plenty of power to drive those longer screws. So again, no impacting going on, no clutch to mess with, no drill to actually have to, you know, loosen the chuck and put bits in and tighten the chuck. Just a simple design that allows you to quickly install and remove fasteners. Put a hex driver on there. I don't think you want to be driving, you know, 3.5-inch and 4-inch deck screws with this. But as far as, you know, hanging blinds and, again, interior fasteners in vehicles, things like that, this would be a great tool for that. And with the cost at only, I believe it's $59 for the kit all in. So you get the screwdriver, you get the 1.5 amp hour battery and the charger for $60, and you get a 3-year warranty on that as well. And in case you want an idea of how big this is, it's a pretty small unit. It's less than 9 inches tall, so about 8 3/4 inches tall, and long without the bit, so a little less than 6 inches long. So pretty small unit, and as I mentioned, less than 2.5 pounds, so pretty light tool as well. And just in case you're wondering if this will drive a 3.5-inch deck screw into the width of a 2x4, let's go ahead and check that out and see. Again, I would not recommend it for this, but let's see. So here goes. There you go. Again, not going to be the fastest thing in the world, but can it pull it off? Looks like it. Looks like it's splitting that wood too. But anyway, still, it'll drive that 3.5-inch deck screw.